So continuing on with our look at the social networks and media marketing. Another site that's extremely popular is Facebook. As you may know, it's certainly in the top 5 consistently, if not the top 3, top 2, or even the top 1 visited sites on the planet. It's a very popular medium where people come along just to post comments, make additions to their wall, upload videos, photographs, etc. But what people have become to realize over the last year or two is that Facebook can be used very effectively in branding and marketing of your business. You don't just need to use it to catch up and chat with friends, but you can actually advertise businesses, products and services throughout Facebook, and not just through their actual advertising medium, but just by making use of your business. If you market in the right way and you connect with your audience, which is what we're talking about with social media, it's not the same kind of advertising that you'll find when you do email marketing, for example, or banner advertising. This is a different type of marketing process where you're building up a following of people who take part in your community of conversations, your photographs, your videos. And then if they see links which they feel is relevant to what they're doing and why they're there, you'll find that they actually will start clicking. So you can have a site that integrates advertising and links and recommendations, and people will click and people will buy and people will go to your main lists and sign up, and this is a great way to get traffic to your site. If you're not sure of the potential, I'm just going to show you here. There's a site that's been put together, the top 100 most popular Facebook pages in the world 2011, and right at the top there's a site that's called Texas Hold'em Poker, which if you happen to be in the niche, you'll know there's a lot of people who are absolutely mad and crazy about it. And there's lots of products as an affiliate you could promote as well. So you could be really focusing a lot of list building into this particular niche market. There's many other markets as well, and I'm going to show you just one or two as we go through Facebook to get you an idea of what you could be doing and how you could be utilizing Facebook for your traffic. As I said, the Texas Hold'em Poker, let me just show you their front page at the moment. You have to like the page in order to see what's going on. This is a way to get them to add, but then they can connect with you. This is a good tip and tool to use when using Facebook. And they've had over 50 million people like this page, which is a heck of a lot of followers. And if we just click like here, you'll see they then encourage you to start playing poker as well and sign up straight away. If you go to the wall, and if we go through the wall of this site, it's all about getting us to sign up. If we click this link, it's going to take us to a Facebook app, get us to be added to the app, and then start playing. And then through that process of having those people, it's going to start monetizing it as well. But it's getting you onto a list through Facebook. And if you actually spend time and go through some of this wall, you'll see there's other sites it leads you off to where it gets you to add to their list in other places as well. So again, it's all about driving traffic through the Facebook medium. And if you think it only applies to sort of gambling and business opportunities and make money, well, it doesn't. And here's a site just to show you. A company here called Planet Dog. They have a website established in 1997. They're using Facebook to fantastic effect here. They've got over 13,500 people that have liked the page. And on here, they just have photograph of new pets, events when they run events, tips and tricks, links to other sites, news information. And then it's all about getting you to take a look at their sites and their products, which if you go along to their site, Planet Dog is actually a distributor or wholesaler and a retailer all in one on the internet, and they're getting people signing up as wholesalers. And you can also buy directly from the shop. So they're using Facebook, and as you can see here, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they're using these sites as a way to get people to sign up and drive traffic. So they're using social media to drive traffic to their sites, and that's what you're ultimately looking to do here. When you start putting your business plan together, we'll look at that in later videos, and planning how you're going to actually get traffic to your site, you want to be clear in your mind where people are going to end up. What is the actual end process you're wanting them to do? Do you want them to just add them to a list? Are you trying to make a sale? What's the goal here? And then you do everything you can to drive traffic to that site. And you'll see here, as I showed you, Planet Dog are using Twitter, they're using YouTube, they're using Facebook. They're also using other mediums as well. They're using article sites to drive traffic as well. So when you start planning, depending on your niche, you want to think about how you're going to use these different services to drive traffic to your site. So that's Facebook. Let's move on and have a look at another social media site, and that's called LinkedIn. Quite often when you mention LinkedIn to people, they'll say to you that it's only a social network for business people who are trying to connect, make contacts, and then get jobs, etc. But LinkedIn has actually changed and has grown a heck of a lot just in the last 18 months alone. And there's a lot more to LinkedIn than people actually realize. For a start, there's something called LinkedIn Answers, which is if you're in a certain niche, if you go to LinkedIn Answers, you can be taking part effectively. If you know answers to questions, you can look for questions in your particular sector, be making sensible replies that even can reply to an extended reply on your blog. So you could post a snippet of information and give the person the question they're answering for, and just say, if they wanted to know a bit more in-depth information, you've created a video on your blog for them if you'd like to watch it, or you've written a full article about this earlier on in the year and then link back to your blog. There's effective ways you can use strategies in social media and sites like LinkedIn in order to actually grow your following, which ultimately means traffic. And don't forget, it's not directly the people that you're replying to that will necessarily come to your site. It could be all the people that are reading your response posts or videos and comments as well. So with LinkedIn, again, don't just assume it's for businesses. Let's take our previous example. We were looking at Facebook, and we were looking at the fact that somebody was building a reputation and following and fan base on Facebook based around the dog market. If you go and we do a search onto LinkedIn, and we keep it broad to start with, and we just say dogs, we get over 73,700 results. The lead dogs, and you can see it's marketing solutions, it's not quite related. But then if we start to scroll down, we see there's the Bark Translator, founder at the Pack, which is food production, owner at Better Health for Dogs, it's health, wellness and fitness for dogs, owner at Search and Rescue, Canine here. We've got a veterinarian, animal chiropractor, an infopreneur here. Again, that's interesting comment in itself. Infopreneur, it likely means that they're sending and selling information online. Deb's Dragon Interactive Animal Adventures. If we start going through here, we can start to look and maybe try and connect with some of these people, see what sites it leads to. It's a good resource for getting research and information. And then you can be commenting on their network and getting introduced. You can be looking at answers and replying, and that can then drive traffic. If you set your LinkedIn page up and just make it like any other profile, just give good information. You'll be asked for information like what job you're currently doing, what you've done in the past, education. You can connect with this if you say your email account, and then you can see other people that are already on LinkedIn that you might know, and you can start connecting with those people. And just by taking part in the actual site, you can also find good information and news that you can read about, which will connect you to other traffic streams. But by taking part on LinkedIn, you actually can find a good, valuable source of traffic to your business. It depends on what niche you're in, of course, and what you're trying to market to. But there are potential and opportunities from LinkedIn that most people will skip over, thinking it's not going to fit to their dynamic and what they're looking for if they want to drive traffic. But believe me, if you're using LinkedIn correctly with Facebook and Twitter, it's a great tool to be making use of. You can just come along and create yourself an account, and it's free to do so. There's two other social groups I want to quickly introduce you to that you might want to just have a dig around and have a look at and see if it fits for you. One of them is called Google Buzz, which if you have a Gmail account, you can already see that. Just go to YouTube and type in intro to Google Buzz. You'll get a video. It's been watched by over 15 million people. And it shows you how when you're using Buzz, you can share and integrate information such as photos, websites, Twitter account. There's all sorts of things you can integrate inside of the Google Buzz, and basically you just, if you like something, you make a comment about it. And those people then that are following you in your Buzz group will get to see that information as well in their Buzz streams. It's not something that's actively used by a lot of people. It's not something that's talked about enough, but Google Buzz, again, is one of those things, if you incorporate it into your social media and you're working, it's a way to keep getting people notified that are following you, that have got email accounts with you, and that want to know what's going on in your particular area of work or your niche, your market. And they'll look at the links and the photos that you comment on, and it's a way, again, of getting people to interact and driving traffic. Now, something that's not readily available yet worldwide, or it's being used as a field trial at this time, is something called the Google Plus project. You might hear a lot of buzz about it, a lot of people talking about it, and it's being tested with a number of people. Some people have an account, others don't. But the whole process is there's things called circles, hangouts, sparks. You've got the profiles, and it's a way for you to actually interact in more depth than what Buzz does at the moment with Google, and it's going to potentially become the next big social media. It might even outstrip or certainly give Facebook a run for its money in the way that it's integrated and it works. You can even use it when you're on your cell phone. You can actually start texting groups locally to you and start connecting up with people. So it's a very direct way of interacting with a group of people who have similar interests to you, and again, using that, you can start to drive traffic to sites as well. It doesn't just necessarily have to be your group of best mates and friends from college. It can actually be people who are interested in following what you're doing and want to see what's going on within their particular niche. So look out for this more. I'm not going to go in depth in it at the moment because it's not publicly available to everybody, so just keep an eye out for when it comes up, or if you get a chance to have an account, then definitely get yourself on. You can search for Google project, come to their page and ask to be kept posted, and then normally what happens is if they get an option to increase their capacity or they decide to go public with it, you'll then be ready to get your invite if you can't get one from somewhere else. So keep an eye on the Google project, but the whole purpose of this video is really to come together and tell you about using social networks and media marketing. I'm not going to go through step by step showing you how to create an account, how to create and add features on your wall in Facebook, or how to compile a tweet. There's lots of videos out there for you that you can use to find that information for free yourself. What I want to do here is just start making you aware that one of the traffic methods that you can be using ultimately to drive traffic to your business is by using social media, social networking. The next group we're going to move on to is something called social media tools. They're the same sort of concept, but it's another way to get information out there. It's tools that you can be using that will bring in the organic traffic to your sites through the search engines and through other means and methods, and will allow other people to pick up on your content and recommend it. The bottom line here is everything you do, each component you compile, will drive traffic ultimately to your website, and that's your goal here. It might take a process, it might not all happen overnight. If you're not paying for your ads to get direct traffic, sometimes the organic methods can take a while to kick in, but when they do, they can be extremely valuable and can bring you thousands upon thousands of leads into your business. So definitely make use of all of the different phases that we're going to go through in this course. So let's move on. Let's look at some of the social media tools.